Hello, Sandeep.
Bonjour.
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 Welcome to Goa.
Yeah.
Yes. What are you doing in Goa today?
Today,
Yeah.
the last 8 days, 7 days, I've been living in my friend Vivek's house, looking after his lovely dog Shaila because Vivek is traveling.
Okay.
So
And
I'm a dog walker and a dog food giver for the last 7 days.
okay. And who is Vivek then?
Oh, Vivek Philip is my friend and also is a wonderful musician. So he's done all the he's done the background score of all my 5 films. You know, he's been there right from the beginning when I made my first film
Okay.
to the last film. So I consider him as a very good friend. So when he told me can you come and stay, he's traveling. I said, yeah, I'll come and look after the dog and
Okay.
maybe write a script, the new script I'm working on.
Okay. So
Nothing
you
much has happened on it further, but I'm trying.
and how long have you been making movies, and when did you start?
When did I start making movies? It's been a long journey now. Now, of course, there is a stage before you make movies which people don't see. You know, 2010 I shot my first film, feature film, Love Wrinkle Free. But the time from 1996 to 2010, around 14 years, nobody knows what I have done, what I do is to do. All that was also preparation, you know, to make the kind of films. It's not easy to get to make films in India or anywhere for that matter. And it took me a long time, you know. I was doing work in advertising agencies, many things. I had to pick up all kind of jobs.
But in the movie business.
Not really. I
Not
went off to
really.
Bangalore. I was restless, lost soul, not knowing what to do. But I knew I wanted to do cinema, but how I didn't know. Because whenever I've worked as an assistant director to Sanjay Bansal in a big movie, I've seen only big productions as assistant director. I said, when will somebody fund me like that? It's a lot of money. So I didn't know how to go about the process of getting a producer and stuff.
But where are you from?
I'm originally from Kerala, Thiruvananthapuram, the capital of Kerala, Thiruvananthapuram, Trivandrum some people call it.
Okay.
But I'm originally from there.
So then you moved to Mumbai to make cinema, or it came after?
No, I honestly didn't know why I came to Mumbai from Kerala. I left pretty much whatever I was doing and came to Mumbai with this dream of doing something which my heart says, you know. It was not cinema at that point because you don't know how to make cinema. I had no background in cinema. I didn't know how to write a script or, you know, anything, nothing to do with cinema. But when I came to Bombay at that time, it changed later on to Mumbai. I somehow figured a way, and you know, I worked in a couple of television current affairs programs as a researcher and an assistant.
And then it came.
Then I worked as an assistant director, and then I left it, went to Bangalore, became advertising copywriter. Then at the age of 29, I came back to Bombay with the confidence that now I'll make my movies, come what may, you know. I'll somehow make whatever I want to make. It doesn't matter whether it's good, bad, pretty, ugly. That's when I thought the idea, okay, I'll write what I want to write. Like in a house like this in Goa, Love Wrinkle Free was set. You know, I used to come to Goa often. And much before also, I remember coming to Goa, making friends, Mari and Chris, and you know, in my journey of meeting artists from different walks of life, a different culture. And that also inspired me a lot to see them, how they went about their life, and they are just being truthful to their own self. And I found very few people in my interaction in India like that. You know, of course there are many, but I never got to interact with them here. Meeting Mari and Chris and seeing the way they created the music told me, as a movie maker, filmmaker also, I can be like a musician, independent musician. You know, write your script, direct it, get together some small funds and do it. your way, like an independent musician does it. That's what I can make as an independent filmmaker. My own thing, and that's how the journey started. And with Love Wrinkle Free, my first movie in 2010, long back, I got to other friends and friends funding and
And then, how did you meet these people you're talking about?
No, I mean, at 2000, like I said, before I moved to the movie, I was doing short films. I started doing short films. And wherever I was doing these things, one thing came to me, that the script has to be written by me, because that's when you get control over that's one thing I learned, till today I follow that. And of course, I did some music videos for friends, and then we did a crowdfunding campaign through them, to do the first movie funding. And Love Wrinkle Free had at that point, a decent release for a small independent film in India. It was a comedy almost on the edge of slapstick, but I kept the same tone throughout the movie of slapstick, fun, Goan movie, a tribute to Goa. I used to come to Goa, so I thought about the real people of Goa. Of course, a lot of humor in the movie, and somehow it all came together. I went to a lot of festivals with the movie, met a lot of interesting people, and then the journey took off. I figured that I can do a movie. I don't need too many mainstream people to come and help me. I have the capability to write a script. I can direct. I also have the ability to bring together people, And I thought, okay, this is a great way to, as an artist, I started calling myself an artist. I was comfortable calling myself an artist.
Sure,
Till that point, I was unsure. Because people make fun of you when you say you're an artist, You say you don't sing, you don't draw, you don't do many things.
Of course you are an artist.
But then, I have no artistic background, right? So, I didn't go to film school.
Yeah, but this is good. This is the best, I mean, you learn in the school, but you are most of the time in the academic direction. I see it for the paintings, for example, or for many things. Also me, same. School, learning, yes, but to learn, the best is to learn while doing things. Well, this is how I learn the best, and to stay also yourself and try to not to be vampirized by ideas of mainstream philosophy.
Very interesting, because it's true. When you're saying it, I feel. I also, at some point early, I couldn't exactly say it the way you said it. It was very nicely put. But for me, when I look back, yes, I don't like too many teachers. I mean, I never. Life is a teacher. Life I'm okay with, and my heart also I'm in touch with. I'm in heart. And I watch people, and I try to understand myself, my life, and through that some story comes. It could be humor sometimes, it could be serious sometimes. It's never the same, because I'm trying to understand myself, and there is no method of following any master filmmaker or.
But you said that the influence of Chris and Marie, so is me.
You, Marie and Chris, yes.
Inspires you, and which for me it's something. A super big compliment, because when we did our project in Arbol, when we met,
our Arbol experience,
we were totally in this break of the normal show business, and this is why we came here. For us it was really like, okay, now we want to be free, we want to do one song 10 minutes if we want to. And me, I started to film without to know. I mean, I knew because I've been an actress before, so I observed, but I never made a film before. And I was wondering, did it inspire you, the fact that we were doing screening everywhere in Arbol? Because after you did that also.
Traveling cinema.
Yeah, and this was fantastic what you did all
definitely.
over India.
Yeah, definitely. Like, see what you guys did. See, for me, I don't make too many friends that easily. I'm a little bit of an introvert otherwise. So coming to Goa from my life, my family is in Mumbai, wife, kid, mom, lovely. That's fine. That part of it is good, great. But for me as an artist, I like to come and explore other things in life, and Goa opened it. For me, Arambol, coming to Arambol in those days, meeting through Mari and Chris, a new community of artists, musicians mostly, filmmakers, some, Thierry and other friends of yours, and Chris, opened up some other aspect of me. And yes, when Mari and Chris also, they used to make the music documentary, Arambol experience about people living there. I said, that's also one great way to go around making something, music-wise, as well as that movie, the documentary, screening it in small shacks and places in and around Arambol. It all helps you think that there are further ways of doing it. Honestly, traveling cinema, I don't know, it happened later in 2014 for me because I had no option. I figured, I learned from them that to be innovative, you've got to think on your feet. Industry or the mainstream tells you, tuck, tuck, tuck. These are the only ways you can make a movie or music in your case. I said, okay, I don't want to follow that. I will do what I want to do in my own voice, from my heart. And if you don't give me big cinemas, I will find ways through my own projector and go and screen in various places around India, US, wherever I went. And definitely inspiring, I think because I found another outlet through you guys, Mari and Chris and Arambol Experience, and of course other artists who I was watching, how they're just happy creating music, or in your case, just creating the movie, the documentary, Arambol Experience. And on top of it, the place, Arambol, the vibe of Arambol, each time I used to come, even now, nowadays I don't go much there, but each time you go there, of course, I used to get inspired and go back home carrying that energy to Mumbai, hoping that this energy doesn't go away.
Yeah.
I call it the Great Indian Traveling Cinema. So a projector, a screen, and screen anywhere on any white wall. It's beyond the theatrical, small, limited theatrical you get or a release you get. I could go to the audience and screen it myself and take money. So from start to finish, it's in my, as an artist, I have creative control. I write script, I can direct, I can get to the funds, be part of the edit, be part of the whole process of creating music, sound design, along with other wonderful teammates. And also be part of distribution if they don't give me big release. Of course, I would love a good release. If you don't give me, I have this also.
The strength of independence.
Yes, independence. And this, like I said, I learned a lot from the artists I met in Arambol, including Mari and Chris.
But you did super well because you didn't stay only in India. You went in America, in France. You traveled. I remember you never traveled before when I met you. I remember you were saying, "Oh, you know better Goa than me."
Yeah.
But then after you went to many places, and so how? Because I guess it's difficult to go to be out of the Bollywood system as an Indian director.
Especially the Hindi in Mumbai, especially it's Bollywood. In other states,
It's different.
Own film circle. But somehow I came to Mumbai. My whole journey started in Bombay, and the people I met also are from that place. So, but I could never make. When I sit down to write a script, I could never write that kind of a script, which is actually a certain kind of formula as well as a treatment, which even now doesn't come easily to me. Nothing against Bollywood, nothing against anybody, but if it doesn't come naturally when you're writing a script, then don't do it. So that's why I said, no, I'll do what I want to do. I, of course, started watching a lot of, in those days, good movies, Truffaut, Franco Truffaut. I used to watch Woody Allen movies, Alexander Payne movies. People who have their own artistic stamp, like author. authorship.
Yeah.
I started, I said, wow, that's good. And I used to listen to them talk in the interviews. And I said, I can understand what they're trying to say. Of course, they're masters. I'm just starting off. But what they're trying to say, I understand that it's your stamp you're leaving behind, even in whatever you do. You are creating something in movies, have your stamp. From script to the end. And for good or bad, it's yours.
Yeah.
So that made a lot of impression on me. And when I see other artists in Goa and I see the ones who are authentic, the word authentic means a lot to me. Pure cinema also means, pure art also means a lot to me. And of course, I'm not trying to create boring stuff. I always want to create some stuff which is engaging,
Yeah. It's an engagement.
Engagement should be there with an audience. What kind of audience? Sensible audience from around the world who are sensible. They should not get bored watching my films. That's my only thing.
But you're talking about engagement means in which way, like socially or personally, or I don't know what is the purpose of your. This is maybe a stupid question, but what is your
purpose?
Your purpose and your journey. What drives you to do independent film?
Yeah.
And what do you want to what would you like that the audience get from it?
So I think, like I said, independence is a personal thing, right? It's my desire to be independent from influences of the system and the Bollywood and whatever, be it Hollywood, whatever, big systems, big people telling me what to do. I came off that, From the beginning, I was not that guy who can be told what to do. I resist. I'm a bit of a rebel that way. But I'm quiet also, so I cannot fight with them. If I join the system, I have to be a slave. So I said, I cannot be a slave. And then, what is the other way to make a movie? Then you can make only personal kind of movies which are somewhere evolving from me, where I can express something from me about myself as well as people around me in a very deep way, maybe through humor and other means, but I use things from within me, my observations, my life, or maybe people around my life, and create characters and character-based movies, which only in independent films I'm allowed to do. Whereas anywhere else I go, they'll ask me, what is the plot, what is this thing, that thing. And so my purpose of creating movies with the audience is to know, of course, it's not a message movie. I don't intend to tell them how to live a life. I just want I invite them to come into my world, create a world. And when they are in that 2 hours, 1 hour, 40 minutes in the movie, if they are enjoying being part of that experience of a new world and hopefully understand me as a creator also through this process of watching me, and if they want to know more about me and watch my other movies also, I think it's kind of becomes like a therapy for me, It feels like I've been able to communicate to somebody, the audience,
The fact is that you choose to make movies with a very small team. Which is an adventure, a very nice adventure, but can you talk about that?
Yeah, I think after the first one, Love Wrinkle Free had few more people, like 45 people crew. I learned a lot of lessons after making Love Wrinkle Free, it was an independent movie, but it had a few more people, crew-wise. And then at the end of it, I told myself, I'm much more in control if I can do with less number of people, like in the sense. Otherwise, half the time goes into people running around, shouting, light men, this, that. When I sit quiet, all I thought is what is coming in the movie is between action and cut, right? The rest of it, the audience doesn't see. So how can I avoid unnecessary things, and how can I avoid the drama outside action and cut and create whatever drama is needed in a nice, believable way in front of the camera.
How can I be a director but not a babysitter?
Yes, not a babysitter for people, not to be just a man management, woman management person. People sometimes I hear they say a filmmaker should be a man manager. I said, yeah, you should be a man manager, woman manager, but more importantly, you should be able to create good cinema. Instead of that, I would say yes. If less number of people are there, you have less people to manage.
Yeah, you can concentrate.
And each one knows their job. You have selected them, and you can go to all of us work towards making something interesting. Audience just wants a good story. I mean, especially in independent space, a good story, well told story. A good cinema, at the end of the day.
And a good energy between people is more...
Good energy.
Yes.
This is 5 people. For instance, Ola Venki, my second movie, I made with 3 people. Crew. Yeah. Of course, actors and a few friends were there. In US I shot it. That was fun. A great experiment to make Ola Venki because I said to myself, how many people do you need to make a movie, So I said, okay, you need a camera person because you have to shoot. Then you need a sound person to capture the sound because I don't dub, it's all sync sound. So 3 and director, you need a director and a script and actors. So I just decided, okay, let's put together this small thing. As an experiment, let's go and make a movie in the US with 3 people. And even for distribution, I traveled around with my projector and screened in a lot of places.
There in
US, India, even Singapore I went. Yeah. The Great Indian Traveling Cinema. And people connected with it because when I told them a story, this is how I made the movie. 3 people, they're like, what?
Why don't you do a movie about that?
I wish somebody else was, because I was so busy.
No, I mean
screening.
A next movie can be. Attends, it's just an aparté. I get maybe no. No, because I'm like you. I'm doing things. I'm filming alone, and most of the time it's like, oh, how did you do this? How many people you were? I say I was alone. So it's possible. It's possible. It's just complicated, but it just you need to be full on the project and the scenes and ready to catch everything. Even if people say, "What are you doing?" and this is useless. Yeah. No. You know because you know how to edit. Correct. And you know how
you know the thing. Yeah. And especially in fiction, I'm saying we have to have actors hitting the mark because otherwise focus will go away. In fiction, people have to walk from here to here. Yeah. So despite 3 people or 5 people doesn't mean you make a bad film. No. Because eventually audience is going to say they don't care. They want to see good cinema. It can't be amateur, right? Yeah, you know how it is. Like I also don't want it to be amateur. So I also ensure that despite less number of people, I will do the job of 5 people. Camera guy will do 3 people. Sound guy should do 5 people. So it's not less job. It's more job. No. Right? And we take responsibility. So people when they say, oh, just 3 people, small movie. No. We have done so much work to make it look okay. It's good. There is. Some people ask me that question. So, did you have a script or you just shot? I said, no, I write a full screenplay. 100 pages screenplay. Only when my whole screen, all the 5 movies, there is a screenplay. All written down. Dialogues, everything out there. It's not just randomly I go and shoot. So some people have asked me that, oh, Freelancer, I saw my 3rd movie. It feels very believable, but did you have a script? I said, I had a script. I have a screenplay. Without that, I don't start. Yeah. Without a screenplay, I don't start.
But I just go back to the idea of put this in a film because something inspired me very much when I saw this film, and I think it's I don't know if you saw it. It's super independent movie from Belgium, and the name was C'est arrivé près de chez vous, means it happens close to your home.
No, it's interesting. Even a lot of movies I saw, if you mentioned this movie, what's the name you said?
C'est arrivé près de chez vous.
I had to find that out.
But this is the Belgium. Belgium are very nice in humor. They have a good humor.
Even this movies, I used to follow Jim Jarmusch also in those days.
Yes, very nice.
This movie called Coffee and Cigarettes, about 2 people sitting across. Almost it's episodic kind of thing, but even to get that done, it's a craft, right? And as a filmmaker, it doesn't happen. I mean, eventually it looks so easy,
Yeah.
so that people think, it was just shot as it is.
No,
But
but no.
it would have taken so much effort for them, and sometimes you see the making of it, you realize, it's not as easy as that. It was the craft of the guy is so good, or the person is so good that he or she managed to make it look effortless. So a lot of people, I think, audience-wise, okay, I can understand. But even cinema people, sometimes they don't understand. I feel bad, they say, oh, you made with 3 people, you made with 5 people.
Yeah.
I feel, okay, don't put me in that bracket of just 5, 3. It's just out of my own desire to be independent in this way. Otherwise, I don't mind 50 people.
Yeah.
They give me freedom.
No rules is the rule.
No rules is a rule, yes. No rules is a rule.
Yeah.
Keep it simple also is a rule.
Yeah.
Minimal.
But you know that now I think it has changed this last year. It's many people are doing films like this. It comes to be normal and even interesting for producers because they think, oh, it will not cost much and maybe we can earn a lot of money.
See, that's what, Mari, I'm saying. At some level, my thinking has been, I agree with you. Cameras have become cheaper, a lot of things have become cheaper. So people are jumping into making cinema. My thinking on that is script has to be there, because without jumping into a movie without a screenplay, without
sure.
thinking through it quietly when you sit and write, then next stage is when the cinema starts. Script is when you take a lot of time, think through it.
Sure.
So when people jump into it like that because it's inexpensive to shoot a movie, I find odd because they are not taking step number 1. They're going from step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5.
Yeah.
Because eventually something will be lacking in that. Of course, it will look well edited, well color corrected. Technically, it will look great. But it might not have that heart of that one person who created it, the artist, or the writer. For me, personally, it matters that stamp of somebody has to be there. More and more we do things, the better and better ideally we will get to make it look effortless. I think I'm in the process. I'm very early days. I still feel because not being humble or anything. Each time you do, you realize so much to learn through this camera, through cinema. You're making cinema to make it look effortless and minimal. So that people say, oh, what is a script, or oh, it looks so easy. All that. I want people to say that, because that is the objective. To make people believe, oh, there is no script. Are they actors or are they real people? So that is a great compliment when that happens. Whenever people, but then not everyone has a understanding of cinema or a vocabulary of cinema. They're used to mainstream cinema. Most of the people are reading stuff online about cinema, box office. They are not interested too much in understanding the way artists create, what we create, and I don't have any problem saying that anymore. It doesn't matter what somebody thinks,
No,
because there's a lot of effort which goes into getting things clear, concentrating to get ideas concise, clear. Takes a lot of concentration, even in the humor space, because you don't want to say 10 things, you want to say one thing. So that takes thinking and a lot of effort. And when the people understand that, it feels good. Otherwise, you feel.
How many films did you do then? How many feature film? Because you did how many short film and how many feature film?
Short films. Early days, I did 2 short films only, and then second short film is when I met Mari and Chris, in Goa, in Arambol, and that's how our friendship and all of us and all the interactions as an artist. That was called Bomber Briefs. As you'll remember, you acted in it.
And feature film?
Feature films I've done 5. So, first film was called Love Wrinkle Free. Second was called Ola Venki. Third was called Freelancer. Fourth was called Nirmal Anand Ki Puppy. Nirmal Anand's Puppy. And the new one is called Danny Goes Om. Om. These are the 5. All are different. First 2 were humorous, comedy, wanting to make people smile and laugh. Freelancer onwards, bit more drama and humor, and more personal and more lifelike.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
so-
where can we see these movies?
Yeah, I mean-
today.
In fact, Love Wrinkle Free and Freelancer is on Amazon Prime.
It's
Prime
on
Video. Yeah,
it's on Amazon.
yeah, Prime Video. You can watch
Okay.
it.
I
Maybe
didn't
other
know.
platforms too. Nirmalan Ki Puppy. I'm still trying to find ways to get it out because it had some difficulty during the COVID time.
Mm-hmm.
The film got sold to Netflix, but the money was less. The producers kind of said no to it. Otherwise, it would have been on Netflix now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but then it
Why
had
they
some-
say no?
the money what they were paying was a little less.
So okay.
We thought we'll get more,
Uh-huh.
but the producers felt that way.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, eventually COVID happened. Immediately after that, everything went for a toss.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm still trying to get it into good platform, Nirmalan Ki Puppy. And Danny Goes Home got an international sales agent in the US.
Okay.
They are representing the movie, and they're trying to sell the rights in other markets.
Okay.
Right now, they sold one small market,
Okay.
and I'm hoping for a bit more. Because when people watch it, is only when you can, feel it's complete. The circle is complete, And Ola Venki is also available for anyone to watch. I keep it like that because I keep screening Ola Venki even now.
Okay.
It's my go-to movie. When in doubt, go and screen Ola Venki to remind myself that you can make a movie with 3 people. Of course, I've later on moved to more people, crew. But this is what I've done. It's been a big adventure.
So and what is the next project? What are you doing now?
So I'm looking after
After the
my
dogs,
dog.
I know, but and
And I
then
learned how to cook for the dog because Vivek told me how to cook.
so it will be a subject in your film, maybe.
I don't know. Because what happens in my life at that phase when I'm writing, as it is, or in some other way, refined way, gets into the movie. But I don't think this is. Each time now, as I've turned 50 this year, September, I turned 50. Each movie from here on feels like the last one. I don't know how much. So I want to give it my whole. Like it has to be something which is very interesting for me. Others will see later. If it's for me very interesting, I have a passion for 2-3 years to drive
Okay.
that movie to completion.
So you have your subject already in
Yeah,
mind?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I came to Goa. I thought I'll take the dog for a walk, give the food,
Is it
then I'll sit and walk.
is it about
Right.
a man who is learning how to cook?
I can add that in the script.
Enjoying, as you
Yeah.
said,
Dog food. Huh?
dog food. You start by dog food,
Dog
but
food, yeah.
maybe you will become a chef.
Chef, yeah. Chef for all the dogs in Goa. Lovely dogs. Because you have 4 dogs.
Okay, you can come. All
Yeah,
right.
so let's see.